Welcome, to quote John Oliver, to the second episode of Bryan Bites. Now, if you're wondering what Bryan Bites is all about, Bryan Bites is a series that I did on YouTube about 15 years ago. I used to walk around with a float camera, and I would just record my life. And I did, I think, like 25 episodes of it. And technology has changed, times has changed. I've been doing these Facebook Lives, but I thought, you know what? Let's do Facebook, but at the same time, let's publish these on YouTube because I want to establish a YouTube channel. And if you are watching this on YouTube, great. If not, and you're watching on Facebook, go over to YouTube because on Facebook Live, but you can do super chats in which you pay me money. You buy a comment, which I am obliged to then read aloud. So, with that said, okay, looks like we had an issue, but I think we're back live. Okay, I think we're back live. I had a technical snafu. Let's see if we're still good. If somebody's watching this and I'm not back on live, please text me so I don't look like a fool. I keep forgetting to look at this camera. This is all new. This is only the second episode. So, with that said, Bryan Bites, if you're watching on YouTube, you can do super chat, and then for like $2, and I'm forced to read your comment. So with that said, let's jump into things. We're going to do mail call, and I have a whole series of fun little features that we're going to do in every episode. Just goofy stuff, because Bryan Bites used to have little skits, and I used to just do lots of wacky comedy stuff. And in that spirit, we're going to start off by celebrating a 5-year anniversary. It is the middle of March 2025. Now, what were we doing 5 years ago? Oh, the world changed around us, and yet somehow we all survived. But at the time, toilet paper was, and paper towels, paper products. Do you remember empty shelves? People fighting over toilet paper? It was absolutely terrifying. And I remember coming home one time from, I think Kroger's, maybe Publix, and I had I had scored a big thing of toilet paper, and I mean, I was being watched. And this happened. Let's see if I can find it. Oh no, did I not? I know I programmed this. Piffle, this is all new. Well, okay. I don't have that video, so apparently we'll save it for another time. Before we jump into things, take one last stab look for that video, and I don't see it. Maybe there's a finite amount of things that I can store in here. Crazy. I don't know. So, we're going to do mail call. The first, I have a big box from my friend Andy, and I have a couple things that have shown up over the past couple weeks. Now, one of them I tried to talk about during my last my last live session, but I got a phone call, and I didn't quite, again, this is all new to me, and I was having a difficult time sort of navigating it, so it got cut off. So what I want to do is go back and share the story of my sister and my best friend Joe. They both have amazing freaking handwriting. Joe's handwriting is like Gerald Scarfe, who did the fonts and the paintings for Pink Floyd The Wall. And Joe's handwriting is very, very much like his. And my sister, she has this flowery style of handwriting that it's hard to even describe unless you see it. So I have terrible handwriting, but Bryan, you're an artist. Yes, but I have terrible handwriting. Miss Hartley used to call it chicken scratch. So with that said, my handwriting was never going to improve, but I could always use a good signature. And I wanted to have a really cool signature, like a lot of famous comic book artists. Bill Sienkiewicz has a really cool signature. Walt Simonson has a killer signature. And I wanted something so that I could do BJE, BE, Bryan Erdy, but very distinctive. and I found what I wanted to do back when I was 20. I worked on that thing for days until I finally perfected it. So I'm gonna play for you a little tutorial about my signature, because when you look at it, most people see it and they're like, oh look, BE, but it's not BE. It's actually 3 letters. But the way I designed it, it all flows together. And here's a little tutorial that I prepared on how to do my signature, because I know the legions of people on the interweb right now are desperate to know how I do my signature. Okay, so basically it's like this. Obviously you start with a B, okay? And then come across, up, and over to create the E. But what that's doing is, it's not just BE, it's Bryan J. Joseph Erdy. So that's how I got it. That's how you draw it. Not that, oh, you know what I think I'm going to do today? I'm going to sign something as Bryan. And fortunately, thanks to his tutorial, I know how to do it. Yeah. And I think it's cool, and I've always liked that signature. It's like, it's just this thing I do. In fact, it can't even snow without me doing that to my car. But how this plays into mail call is, I found something on Etsy, and I ordered it, and I'm very, very happy with how it turned out. So let's get that called up. There we go. Okay. I don't know why I keep having to recover this thing. Weird. So I'm going to check messages here. Okay, no chat messages on YouTube, and I don't see anything on Facebook yet. Okay, so no problem. Okay, well, that's what I got in the mail. I thought it was very cool. Another thing I got in the mail, there's this place. There's this place that does custom action figures in the style of the old Star Wars figures that I grew up with. You can buy figures that they should have made, but they didn't. And a couple that I just got were from, there's a famous deleted scene from Star Wars. It's Han Solo, and he's with a pair of girls that look very similar. I think they call them the twins. And I ordered, look, so cool. You know, if you think Bryan's in his mid-50s still playing with toys, you're absolutely right, I am. So deal with it. Okay, let's move on. We're going to go to Andy's box next, but as always, Bryan Bites is sponsored by Walmart. Walmart, save money, live better. So we're going to break away for a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
It's time for Daddy to make some funny.
Yeah, we got all of this at Walmart. Really? The decorations, the tablecloths, all of the food. And we even saved enough money for for the clown outfit.
Unbeatable prices backed by our price match guarantee. Save money, live better. Walmart.
That's so funny. I can't stand it. Yeah. I never knew that was a Walmart commercial. I found that clip on Reels, and it didn't have any of the stuff at the beginning or the end. I had no idea. And I wanted to use that clip for this broadcast. I typed it into YouTube to look for it. And what do you know? It's, it was a Walmart commercial. What a brilliant commercial. So funny. Okay, it's time to switch over to Andy's box. So we're going to start off. I've already opened the box from the top, and I'm going to go with a box that says your party starts here. Ooh. See? The party starts here. So apparently the party's here. Sorry that there's not a party at your house. Maybe there is. But there's no party like this party. Okay. So this box, we're going to open it up and see what we got. Progressive. If this is another 14 books from the Progressive guy, no, Andy wouldn't send me 14 more because apparently they're out of print now and they're selling for big bucks on eBay, and he's sitting back like Mr. Haney. Let the money roll in. Okay, so we have in this box here we have, oh my, kitchenware. Okay, we have kitchenware, and there's some attachments with it. Okay. Ooh. All right, bowls, cereal bowls, and we have a thing that says, let's see what this says here. Am I back? No, I'm not. Okay, the Killer Cereal Bowl Collection. The Killer Cereal Bowl Collection, mothers, fathers, and thrill seekers alike. Are you tired of the same old boring breakfast? Do you long for a morning meal with a little edge? Well, folks, we've got just the thing for you. Presenting the Killer Cereal Bowl Collection, a devilishly delightful way to start your day. Each bowl in this handsome macabre set is inspired by the most famous figures to make every spoonful simply to die for. Imagine a splash of milk swirling over the easy gaze of a notorious madman, your favorite flakes floating above a ghastly... No. My God. Not cereal bowls, but serial killer bowls. That's hysterical. Did you make this up, Andy, or did you buy this? Because I could absolutely believe you could buy this. Here's what history's most famous figures say about their killer cereal bowls. Jeffrey Dahmer's. I've always appreciated a well-prepared meal. These bowls, simply delicious. Let's see. Let's get Jeffrey. Aw, look, he's such a handsome guy. Ted Bundy, charming, well-crafted, and impossible to resist, just like me. Oh, Ted, you nut. We got the Ted Bundy bowl, lovely. John Wayne Gacy says, great for kids. And by kids, I mean, well, never mind. Awkward. There's Mr. Gacy. And then finally, we have Charles Manson. The cereal tells me to eat, and who am I to disobey? They may be behind bars, but their legacy lives on right in your kitchen. That is amazing. I can't wait to have guests over and finishing a bowl of Rice Krispies, and there's John Wayne Gacy. You know what? Let's do quickly one of our special segments. This series is called "This Didn't Age Well." Okay, this didn't age well. This photo did not age well. Okay, here we go. Oof. There's Jared Fogle from Subway and former WBNS weather person Mike Davis. Ouch, man. Ouch. All right, that's really funny. That's great. Let's move on to, we have an audio tape, an actual old audio tape that I used to have a reel-to-reel. Actually, I didn't. Carl Nennerfeld had one. He had one. This audio tape, old audio recorders were really cool because back in the infancy of video production and editing, there were a lot of effects I wanted to be able to do, and I couldn't do the effects that I wanted to, especially what was in particular audio. But if you recorded, like if you were like, my name is Bleetar, and you recorded it on the reel-to-reel, you could change the speed of it, and you could actually hold the reel and slow it down, so it'd be like, I am Belita. Ho, ho, ho. Very cool. But this isn't just a blank. This is an actual Pink Floyd 1970 BBC Theatre rare mono rebroadcast. This would be maybe Adam Hart Mother? Yeah, Adam Hart Mother. Look at that. That's very nifty, because I love old tech stuff. That's really cool. Neat. Now, I'm curious, since I can't call him on it, if he just printed this up and be like, ooh, look how cool it is. I don't have a way to actually play it, so I'm gonna take it on faith that this is actually Pink Floyd. It'll look nice on my retro shelf. Very cool. We have, let's see, we have a Charter Spectrum empty notebook, but I love notebooks, and I will absolutely guarantee that I will use 4 pages of this notebook, lose it, find it again in 6 months, add another 7 pages to it, and then it'll go on a shelf. But thank you for the thought. So, okay, we are gonna go to a book, a children's book. A little something I'm interesting. It's a Dr. Seuss book. Check it out. Hang on, let me get this called up. Hang on. I have this right on my desktop. We're
in Springfield, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. Eat the cat, eat the cat. They're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs. Eat the cat, eat the cat. Eat the cat, eat the cat.
All right, enough of that. That's really funny. That's a great meme to find, and then to plaster it on the book. That is also going on my bookshelf. Very funny. I love it. Okay, this is a bit of a condensed box. Andy says that sometimes I miss stuff, so he took the time to make this a little bit more lean. And we've got, looks like 4 or 5 more things in here. Before we do, another feature I want to take advantage of and talk about real quick. This is the Bryan Bites Family Spotlight. I'm going to do Family Spotlight. I'm going to do Friend Spotlight. And this week, it is my cousin from Michigan. Sorry about that. Must be a little gassy. My beloved cousin, Jackson Kimler. And he is a great kid that I adore. And Jackson Kimler is certainly more buff at that age than I ever was. Okay? He works out, he does push-ups, and he does pull-ups. And he posted a video of him doing a pull-up that went badly. And when I saw it, I laughed my ass off. But I thought to myself, let me make sure I'm not getting any. Oop. Okay, still he's commenting. Interesting. Or maybe I'm not getting them. I don't know. Recover broadcast. Why does that keep doing that? Sorry. Okay, Jackson. Okay, let's see if we're still going here. Sorry. Appreciate the patience. This is new. There's going to be technical hiccups. Jackson posted a video of him doing pull-ups that ended disastrously, and of course, me being me, I had to go and add sound effects to it. So this is the Bryan Bites Family Spotlight on Jackson Kimler. Here we go. This is Jackson in his glory. You know what? Let's watch that again. That's just glorious. I love it. Jackson, I love you. I'm proud of you. You're a great kid for letting me tease you. Cool. So we got more boxes here. Let's see. We have Henry Rumelade's cheese printer. Is this one of, oh, check it out. It's one of these Wow, this is one of these things where I guess you print Polaroids, you hook your phone up to it, and you can print Apparently, this is an actual cheese printer. You can print on cheese. Oh, excuse me, got a bit of a sore throat, sorry. And that is the most Bryan Erdy product ever. This can't be something that you fake. This has to be real. This has to be UPC. Look, Andy's great at Photoshop. This actually prints on cheese. What the actual fuck? There's a market for this? Oh, look. It holds up to 24 slices. Memorable meals are a click away. You can print on cheese. For my next live session, I'm printing on cheese. I'm absolutely going to do that. That's crazy. Includes Say Cheese, cookbook included. And then you have Henry Rummelay. That is not his real name. I'm sorry. The great, beautiful meals for your family. Just to say cheese. Mmm. That's nuts. Next live broadcast, I'm printing cheese. I'm printing cheese. That's nuts. We have a yo-yo. When's the last time you see a yo-yo? Wacom. That's an odd bit of tchotchke for Wacom. Weird. Let's see here. Party in my pants. All good. Nice. Finally, some comments. I should be able to monitor these comments through my app, but for some reason I'm not seeing them. So I had to call up Facebook or YouTube and see. Okay. I used to be really good with yo-yos. Let's test real quick exactly what yo-yo skills I still possess. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Okay, let's stand up. Too bad the camera doesn't. Look at that. I still got it. Oof. Nice. I was actually forbidden from doing, when I was a kid, I was forbidden from doing yo-yo tricks in the house because I could do round the world and the little swing. There was like 20 different tricks I could do. And I'm sure my parents were so proud watching me explore my talents in the form of doing yo-yo tricks. But I got banned from doing it in the house when I was doing around the world. Around the world is when you spin it, or you go and it spins around. And I was like, hey, look, Mom, and it's spinning around. And then it would spin up to the overhead lamp of the living room. Brian Joseph, you were not to you were to play with that outside. It's a yo-yo. Okay, we have got two things. Let's see here. We have a Planet Bike white LED micro headlight. If I had a bike, this would be amazingly helpful. So instead, I'm going to clip this on Mac the puppy and see how that goes. Funny. We have something from Sony. I love tech. Ooh, exciting. I can't, that's Sony in a nice box. I'm verklempt with excitement. Okay. Let's see what mysteries and magical Sony amazing technology doodads exist in this box. Okay, the first thing in here is a pair of Delta headphones. I'm starting to get a pile back up again. And I will, Andy, I will absolutely go back to the cheese printer box in just a moment. Let me open up. I'm really excited to see, hopefully it's like a Sony lens or something. Yet another Menards cup. Wow. You know, at this point, let's see, is this number 11, 12? Actually, I think this makes a baker's dozen of Menards coffee mugs. Thank you. I swear, I'm gonna have guests over sometime. Hey, everybody, I got coffee. Oh, thanks, Bryan. Why do we all have Menards cups of coffee? Okay. All right, Andy said that I needed to open the cheese printer box. So maybe this isn't real after all, but that is if this is fake, that is a high level joke. Okay, what do we got? Okay, apparently this is not a printer. We have Dolly Parton's favorite chocolate cake mix. Perfectly moist. So is Dolly. All right. Funny. We have... Ooh! Oh, postcards of Bob Peak. You said you were going to make this simple and short. I got 25 images to go through, but I love it already. Okay, so let's see. Look. Marshmallow eggs. You know, if somebody misses the marshmallow, I'd get $40 for this. Fun. Now, is this actual marshmallow eggs? Just in time for Easter. Because knowing Andy, he could have just as easily put something else in. No, they're marshmallow eggs. Oh, nice. Nice. He sends me marshmallow eggs, but we're missing one. Oh, that smells good. I don't want to eat because then I'll have goop all... And it just exploded all over my finger. That's what she said. Okay, those are yummy. I like. And finally we have... Oh, that's cool. Look at that real red. That's a Bob... In fact, I think that's Bob Peak art. Huh? Bob Peak? Oh, I love that. I'll hang it in MySpace. My MySpace video. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Oh, I love it. I love it. But I'll be honest with you. I'm slightly disappointed that I don't actually have a cheese printer. I'm gonna have to look that up online later and see if that's real. Okay, so we have 25 peaks of Bob Peak. How cool! All right, take this off. Bob Peak is a movie. Let me give you a little bit of background. Bob Peak is a painter, and he does a cookie in mug. Let's see if you can make a cake. Let's see if I can make a cake. Okay, so in the mug, there's a stewed fortune cookie. I have a weird superstition about fortune cookies. I don't like fortune cookies, but I have this weird thing that's been in my brain from the first time that I've ever had a fortune cookie. Fortune doesn't come true, or isn't true, unless you actually eat some of the cookie. They still taste like crap. Ugh. Okay, let's see the fortune. Happy news is on its way to you. I love happy news. Sorry, I had a premature bell there. I love happy news. And it's the reason I don't talk about politics on Facebook anymore is because I have a product to pimp. In bed, yes. Okay, right. Happy news is on its way to you in bed. I'm pregnant. What? Bob Peak is an artist, and he did a huge number of famous movie posters, Every Which Way But Loose, Apocalypse Now, Superman the movie, his good stuff, great stuff. And most notably, he did the artwork for the first 5 Star Trek movies. And there was an exhibition concert series in LA last year that I went to, and it was music from the movies that Bob Peak painted the posters for. A little convoluted, but cool. So let's go through these. Got $6 Million Man, a show that I loved. Steve Austin, a man barely alive. Gentlemen, okay. This is the Olympics, his TV Guide artwork, which is lovely. Look at that style. He just has such a unique style. Very, like that very 60s stuff. Then he comes back. There's a New York State's Fair, or New York World's Fair from 1965. He also does that real expressive style. Very nice. Get ready for action. Thirst your way to 7-Up. Doesn't that look like that guy's head is like an alien pod person? I don't know what's going on there. Oh, it's hockey. He's playing hockey, and it's a big hockey puck with a guy with no head. The Liquidator. Very cool. Patrick Duffy's the man from Atlantis. I remember that show. Not that's pre-Dallas. That did not stick around for long. Ooh, meet that witch's new husband. I don't know what that means, but that almost looked like Bewitched when Dick York replaced Dick. Can't remember the guy's name. There were 2 Dicks on Bewitched. That's what she said. We have, let's see, Flavor Your Fun with Winston, a cigarette ad. That aged well. More 7-Up with cheerleaders looking euphoric. The Great Waltz. Never saw it. Lloyd Bridges as Joe Forrester. Huh. Nice. Bill Cosby. That aged well. You're going to put the pills in the drink, and then going to make the ladies love me. More Winston ads. He probably put his kids through college doing ads for cigarettes. More 7-Up. Looks like Johnny Cash. I'm Johnny Cash. Anthony Quinn movie. Nice. Very, very peak. Ooh, that's cool. I like that. Not a big baseball fan, though. Lucille Ball. I'm sure all of you know this. Lucille Ball, whose studio, Desilu Productions, produced the original Star Trek. We would not have Star Trek today were it not for Lucille Ball. More 7-Up. This must be a whole series, because now we have bowling. Tony Bennett. Ooh, that's a movie poster for The Island. Peter Benchley. Madonna looking particularly hot in that image. Let's savor that. Yum. I'll drink to that. Okay, almost done here. There's tattoo and there's Mr. Rourke. Mr. Rourke and tattoo. I love it. It's fucking awesome. Then we have Scuba Diver. Our Man Flint. Oh, that's a Jerry Goldsmith score. That's the Flint was a 1960 series. I think they had 3 or 4 movies. James Coburn played our version of James Bond, but better known because Jerry Goldsmith's amazing music. Oh. I love that. Of course, I love that. I didn't know Bob Peak painted that. I've always wanted that copy of Time, and for whatever reason, I've never ordered it off eBay. But that is a classic, well-known image. I love it. Is there one more? No. That's it. All right. Sweet. Love it. Okay, looks like we're down to 3 things here, my friends. Oh, I found it. Okay, we're gonna finish with the last 3 things here, but let's go back. Let's rewind. Let's rewind and go back to 5 years ago. The pandemic hit. Knife fights over toilet paper. And this is what happened to me. Okay. 2. Okay, that's funny. All right, I'm monitoring I finally figured out how to monitor comments on Facebook. Hi, Josie. That's why your call went into voicemail. I love you, kid. Cool. So we have 3 things left. We have a box, and it says iocane powder, material safety data sheet. Summary: in its powdered form, iocane is a colorless, odorless, dissolves instantly in liquid, is one of the most deadly poisons known to man. Well, I'm sensing a theme here with the serial killer stuff. Mixed thoroughly with wine or other beverage, commonly used in a battle of wits to the death in order to determine who is right and who is dead. Of safety precautions. Never get involved in land war with Asia. Number 2, never go against the Sicilian when death is on the line. So thank you for the poison that I can put in wine and settle an argument once and for all. I appreciate the safety precautions, and it gives you instructions on first aid in case you change your mind and whoever you have poisoned you don't want to poison. First aid instructions. None. That's okay. Okay. So it looks like we have 2 last things here. Andy knows of my love of LPs, and look at this. The soundtrack to the 1979 comedy spectacular 1941 with music by John Williams. Fun fact, I'm a Spielberg fan. I'm a John Williams fan. I've never seen this movie. I can't get through it. It's not my opinion. It's generally considered an unfunny movie. But the music is great. I've listened to the soundtrack dozens of times. So thank you. I do not have this on soundtrack. And is this sealed? Oh, it is. It's even a cutout. Look, friends. It's a cutout from the days where you could get cutout albums cheap. Fun. And then we have one last LP. We have Sound Effects Volume 7. I love these. I used to go to Used Kids Records in Columbus, Ohio. And I would make movies, and I figured out how to overdub with dialogue and music, and I figured out how to add sound effects. But in 1985, where do you get sound effects? Well, you go to Used Kids, and I had many of these style things, and we would make movies based on what sound effects that we had. I had one record which was like kung fu action. Okay, we're gonna make a kung fu movie. Let's make sure there's no additional comments. Thank you. That's really cool. Is this one? Never been opened. Love it. Okay, we're going to wrap up with 2 things. We're going to wrap up with guess who's had a bad week. Let's meet Stephanie Matthew Lovins, who up until this week was a realtor with 21st Century Realty. Stephanie, let's take another look at lovely Stephanie. Stephanie last Sunday went to a restaurant in my hometown of Columbus, Ohio, and she apparently was served by an individual who's Mexican, and he was disabled. I don't know what the disability is. This is just what I have called together, okay? And Stephanie was so dissatisfied with her service, okay? She left the following receipt. She left the following comment on the receipt. As for a tip, okay, Stephanie wrote out 0. You suck. And then she went on to write out, who does this? She wrote out the total and spelled it out. Who does that? And where you're supposed to put your signature, she wrote out, I hope Trump deports you. Now, again, we're not getting into a political discussion here, okay? This is a karma discussion, okay? Because regardless if you actually, believe that sentiment, the reality is this. That's a shitty thing to do. You know what? Fucking tip the guy. Or don't tip him, but you gotta leave a little snotty comment. I hope Trump deports you. Well, a fellow coworker posted on Facebook, and if you'll notice, Stephanie crossed out her name. But what Stephanie didn't do is cross out her name on the merchant copy. So fellow coworker Isabel Nahili said, "Y'all love our food but hate us. Shame on you, Stephanie, for not having," and I don't know what she said there, but she posted it. It went viral. In like 4 hours, it went frickin' viral. Stephanie was fired from her job after thousands of people reached out and said, "Look who you got working for you." Stephanie then went on to say that, thank you all so much for letting me know what's going on. My credit card was stolen, and then, you know, where I'm trying to fix this situation. They have people who saw her, the people recognized her. You ain't lying your way out of this. And then she has the audacity to go onto social media, or to go on to GoFundMe after she got her ass fired. All of a sudden, I don't have an income. So she's asking for $50,000. So I was wrong. I made some poor decisions, but I really, really want to fix this. And in order to fix it, I need you all to send me money. And there was enough lunkheads that sent her, I think she got like $1,000. I haven't looked at it. I don't particularly care, but seriously irritating. No, my attitude to that is this. My friends, thank you. Okay, go away. Andy, great box. That was really funny. The cereal balls, fantastic. That cheese printer got me. I was convinced I was going to be printing on some slices of Kraft Singles, man. I was ready to rock that. But good stuff. That was an amazing box. Let's see. No wonder my call went to voicemail. Yes, Josie's watching. Good. Josie's still watching. Cool. I'm going to wrap up and leave you all with the best joke of the day. Andy's best joke of this box.
Seeing red, so don't push me. Ain't Donald Trump trying to grab him by the... Said it was some Haitians somewhere out in Springfield. Women doing cartwheels.
Have you seen Garfield?
Have you seen Snowball? It's about to snowball. I'm about to go off. I can't let this go on. Miss me like an airball.